Hi, it's Elizabeth again, and in this video we're going to talk a little bit more about the manual training mode to help with relaxation and pelvic floor muscle down training. One of the reasons that we want to be able to have good relaxation with your pelvic floor muscles is to help with constipation and straining if you have painful urination. And then, like in a previous video, we talked a little bit about painful intercourse. So we need those muscles to be able to relax. If you are using the Kehel and you go into your manual training mode, if you are just relaxing and not doing anything, what you might find is that that line is a little more elevated, okay? And that just means that your muscles are a little tenser, or what we might consider hyperactive. So you're not able to fully relax those muscles. In previous videos, we've discussed how to do a pelvic floor contraction, where you are trying to pull those muscles up and inside the pelvis to get a good tight contraction. When you are doing a relaxation exercise or down training exercise, you want to do almost the opposite. So in order to perform that type of contraction or relaxation, I won't say contraction, the relaxation, you want to think about those pelvic floor muscles now elongating and going the opposite direction. So instead of going up and in, you're thinking about pushing them down and out. Okay, so this is kind of the same motion that might happen as you are trying to urinate, trying to pass gas, or sometimes even having a bowel movement. And sometimes too, you can get a belly bulge with that. And all you're trying to do is just really push more down and out, okay? You don't want to strain, so let me make that clear too. You don't want to strain and bear down, because that's not really relaxing the pelvic floor muscles either, okay? Now, once you get into the manual training mode, you can go in and set your settings. I like a 10-second contraction time and a 20-second rest time. Now, with that being said, during that contraction time, that is your time to where you are not actively doing anything with your muscles, okay? So that is more or less your rest period. And then when it goes into the rest, that is when you are going to do that pelvic floor kind of bulge, gentle bulging, elongation exercise that I just kind of explained. And then you should see that line drop on your screen. Okay, so if we take a look at it in this picture here where it's a little more elevated, this is showing your hyperactive muscles. So if you're having some pain and some muscle tightness or spasms, then it may look elevated like this when you look at your screen. When you do that pelvic floor elongation or gentle bulging, you should see it start to come down. It may not go all the way down to zero, but it should be less, and then it could even taper off towards the end. Then when the next kind of contraction period comes on, which it will be your no active movement, then you may see it go back up into this, and that is your pelvic floor still wanting to be really tight. As you go through your several repetitions, what you should see is that every time you kind of go into your rest period, it's not going to be quite as high as it was initially. And then when you go into your pelvic floor relaxation mode, where you are actively pushing out or doing that gentle bulge, that it should come closer and closer to zero. You may find that if you try it again the next day, it's going to be up again. But that's where that training comes in. As you continue to work on that, you should continue to see those muscles relax. And then you are getting all the way down here to that zero as a full relaxation.